Hello guys, it's Claymore here, and welcome back to the channel. So we have news of the next patch coming out this week. Obviously, the last patch we got last week was more of like a general hotfix and stuff. Nothing too crazy, but this patch, the patch notes were literally just released an hour ago over on Reddit. I'm excited, let's just read through it. It's time for the next update. Patch 1.3.8 is here, and we have a bunch of fixes of changes for you. Can we skip a few numbers? Yes and no. Some stuff is too small for a full patch, like quick hotfix and ninja updates don't require maintenance. You still get a version number though, hence the discrepancy between the past. Like I said, the last one was more of a smaller one. Changes. Let's get started. I'm excited. We have reduced some of the PvP mission requirements. Kills required in the adjusted missions now require 1 or 2 victims. Obviously, the SMG missions were considered a bit annoying to do because you get it early and you don't have a lot of good SMGs at that point. That's pretty good. Similar change to PvE, we have tweaked some of the numbers for mid and late game hunting missions. Epic Shield. Reduce smart mesh and hardened bone plate requirement from 3 to 2. Oh, I've been asking for this for so long. Oh, I'm so happy about this. I am so happy about this. I can start using epic shields now and not feel like it's not worth it, the craft. So happy. We're not even halfway through yet. Laser draw beacon. Reduce smart mesh required from 4 to 2. So there's 2 smart mesh to craft the beacon now. Okay, I like that. For further analyzing our data in PvP encounters, the maximum number of players active on an instance has been reduced by 1 for both maps. Interesting. So there's 1 less player total count. Okay, fair enough. I guess they weren't filling up enough, or with how quickly people can die sometimes and rotate out. I guess that's fine. We have tinkered with our matchmaking to protect fresh players better and to increase the challenge for good squad players. This adjustment will also slightly adjust the experience for good solo players. So you're going to be meeting more squads and more solos as solos. Good. We've kind of gotten that a bit, but it's been mostly experimental so far. We've given Jeff, our beloved Marauder, a brand new attack. Watch out for his antics. A new attack.
He's gonna lag even more now.
Yeah. It's like a teleports behind you, nothing personnel attack. Yeah. Players in the tutorial will now wear blue armor instead of green armor. A dead recruit isn't a great recruit after all. That's fair. I did wonder about that. Weapon adjustments. I see a bulldog. Increase spread by 30%. I told you guys. I told you the time of the bulldog was coming to an end. I told you. You'd have to be, like, literally how they are right now, barrel stuffing them in order to lend a lot of pellets on them. Oh, you bulldog abusers. You bulldog people who rely on it too much. Sorry, guys. You just have to get better like the rest of us. Advocate. Rework the recoil. Oh, we get an advocate, love? Horizontal recoil does not go back and forth like a feral animal anymore. So it's less like horizontal swing and more vertical you control now. That right there just made the advocate worth it. Because no one liked the tug to the sides. No one liked that. And for a 77k assault rifle, it didn't feel like it was performing like one. If the recoil is easier to control now for a 77k gun, fine by me. Fine by me. I'm so happy they give the advocate some love. I think that's literally all that needs to be done to the advocate now. I think that's all okay. Core 47, reduce the initial vertical recoil. Vertical recoil is more consistent. Fucking Rattler just fucking stream sniped me, bro. Did you see that? Bro, why did he like wait till now to do that? God damn it. Apologies, chat. Let's get back to the patch notes. God's sake. Core 47, reduce initial vertical recoil. Vertical recoil is more consistent. It did feel like it kicked a bit too hard in the first few shots. I did like that. And if it's more consistent too, better that. For shotgun, reduced horizontal recoil. Now, everybody told me, and yourself, Bobby included, told me that the recent SMG recoil buff was good, but it wasn't enough for the flechette gun. It was still pulling too much. The vertical recoil is slightly increased for the second half of the magazine. Interesting. I don't use the gun too much myself, but fair enough. I wonder how that's going to be. Voltaic Brute, reduced horizontal recoil. Vertical recoil is slightly increased for the second half of the magazine. So is this going to be a theme now for the SMGs? Like, because of that, is this to like compensate for the high fire rate? Interesting. I mean, I think that's fine. And it's vertical recoil. It's not horizontal as well. So that's pretty good. Some additional words from our creative director, Dage, on the state of balancing. Okay. Well, I'm going to kind of skim through this a little bit, just because it's I'm going to get to the bug fixes here, but yeah. Where are we in terms of game balancing at the moment? In general, we see that people are starting to use late game gear increasingly as we further get into the season. We all see that the better the gun and armor, the more likely to win a fight by quite a bit. The data is tricky to interpret as it is muddled somewhat by the fact that the better gun you have, the more experienced in the game you are likely to be, but overall, we are getting to a spot where guns perform roughly as we would want them to be, where if you have higher tier gear, you are significantly more likely to win a fight, but not by so much that a player with grey gear has zero chance even when outsmarting their opponent. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. As long as they get all the balancing in just the right way, and if I'm rewarded for my progression and spending a lot of money and time farming for this late game gear, that's fine. If I play like an idiot, or if I miss my shots and I'm just bad, and I get punished for that, and the other player plays well, that's fine. Absolutely fine. That's how PvP should be. What are we tuning weapons-wise for this patch? Is the recall of late-game guns, making them slightly less across-the-board and ruly. When it comes to armor and pricing, we're making epic armor slightly easier to craft. We want to be in a place, once again, it's up to balance where late-game players do not take their top-tier gear into raids, but not always... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't want to always constantly run all the end-game shit. I want it to be a tactical choice when and if to bring what gear. Also, a late-tier player, of course, a big detergent for going with the Spurs get gear by Jita. More on that below. There's no way you keep the feedback coming. Amazing. Absolutely amazing notes so far. I'm happy that, at least for the majority of us, we're really well in sync with the devs. It's really, really good. Bug fixes. Fix an exploit in the final area of the Crusher Caverns. I'm assuming that's the exploit to get inside from the back.
God, yeah.
Yeah. Thank God. Fixes specific cases where the audio profile of a player did not reset when exiting a cave. Yeah, I know about too. Fix an issue where a Crusher's projectile would just remain stuck on them after being shot in their weak spot. The pain dishing will resume appropriately. Fair enough. That was it was a cool bug, but it was a bug nonetheless. Fix an issue with the pathfinding of Striders. They finally learned to read a map. Fix an issue that would appear when skipping tech 3 upgrades. Fix an issue where your sound just disappeared. You've had that a few times, haven't you, Bobby? Improve server performance. You've had your audio just completely disappear every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
Improve server performance, apply to fix for server crashes. Your overall speed should be smoother now. Players who owned the Ronin in the previous version. Okay, yeah, there was some skin issues. After reviewing our data, we've reduced some detection thresholds for our internal anti-cheat measures. Reducing these thresholds means the security gets tightened. Good. We've seen the cheater dev update, yes. We are currently working on a lot of improvements on the anti-cheat front, as outlined in the video below. We recommend giving a quick watch if you haven't already. The compensation feature is on a good track, and we're looking at some additional methods to provide an experience as tedious as possible for cheaters and RMT folks alike. Fantastic patch. Absolutely fantastic patch. It's good to see that they're still giving a lot of their attention and stuff to cheaters and anti-cheating stuff, but a lot of those weapon changes are just... I'm happy with them. I am so happy with them. I am so happy with them. As always, thank you, Jaeger. We appreciate you listening to our feedback. We appreciate you listening to, not just the early game players, but the late game players too. I'm happy that you guys are finding a nice balance and fix for that. But above all, thank you for just looking after us all. Really appreciate it. With that being said, guys, I'm currently streaming. I have to get back into the game. I'm currently sat in a tree, and a rattler's going to shoot me in the asshole any minute now. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found the video helpful or informative. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, love you all, and peace.